This next training video will go over how to do a layaway payment. So from the ticket header, you'll click on the drop down to the right of the cashier and select your cashier ID. You'll go to the customer field and click on the magnifying glass icon to the left of customer, or use Control-P on your keyboard and look up the customer. You can look a customer up by last name, first name, or account number. I'm going to go ahead and look them up by the last name. Click on the lookup button and select your customer. It'll bring up all the information on the customer: name, address, city, state, zip, email. And if this customer has layaways outstanding, it'll show how many layaways and the total balance due to the right. Since we're going to do a layaway payment, we're going to click on the Ticket Detail tab up at the top, or press F6 on your keyboard. This brings us into the ticket detail screen. Transaction type is defaulted to regular sales, so we're going to click on the drop down arrow, and we're going to choose layaway payment. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on the pick button. What it's going to do, it's going to show you all the ticket numbers that have layaways out there. It will also show you the items on each ticket number. This particular customer just has one ticket number, but two items on that ticket number. You can make a payment on just one of the items, or all the items, or a few items. So I'm going to click on the first one and click OK. And that brings that SKU up on the screen, shows the quantity, the price, the original amount, what's been paid to date, and it brings you down to payment amount. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that, and I'm going to put $10 for the payment. You could also choose the salesperson that did that original layaway. Then I'm going to click on Add Item, or press F10 on my keyboard. And that adds that to the bottom. I can just do that one item for layaway payment, or if I wanted to choose the other item that was on layaway, I could do that at this time. Or I could do any other transaction type, since we can do multiple transactions on one ticket, such as regular sale, return, special order deposit, etc. I'm going to go ahead and choose layaway payment again. Click on the pick button, and I'm going to choose that second item and click OK. Again, it brings up the SKU number, the original price, the original amount, paid to date, and the payment amount. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that and put $10 for the payment amount on that one, and then click on the drop down to the right of the salesperson, choose that same salesperson, and then click on Add Item, or press F10 on my keyboard. And that adds that to the bottom list. And you'll see down at the bottom it shows the total due, which is $20, which is the two payments made of $10 each. Now we're ready to click on Ticket Payment, or press F7 on your keyboard. This now brings you into the ticket payment screen. If you needed to put a ticket comment on this, you could do so in the ticket comment text box. Shows you your subtotal, total due, and then it lists all of the tenders to the middle left: cash, MasterCard, Visa, debit card, gift card, Discover, check, and American Express. You can click on the tender, or you can click on the drop down under tender and choose the appropriate tender. I'm going to click on check. If you made a mistake, you can click on the red X, and that removes that. Go ahead and click on check, and then we can end the sale by clicking on End Sale, or F9 on our keyboard. Here it shows the copy of the receipt. If you have a thermal receipt printer, you can burn the logo in. Has your beginning receipt message with the name and address, phone number, the date of the transaction, the time, the store number, cashier ID, and the ticket number. You see the customer account number, the name and address, that it was a layaway payment made by that salesperson, the style, the SKU, and the size, the amount, what's been paid to date, what the payment was today, and the balance due. And then the second item as well. And then the total tender at the bottom. It also shows you how many layaways, how many items, and what the balance due is now. And that completes how to do a layaway payment.